Today we are on a shoot. We are going to be photographing our lovely client, but before we do, I wanted to give you some tips and tricks on how to create natural bright sunlight with some hard light using our Gikoto GT400s. So right now on this set, we are using 4 lights. We have our key light that has a zoom reflector. That is our first GT400 with a zoom reflector. And we have 2 kickers on either side of me facing the wall, and both are bare bulb. Those are lighting the walls and then giving us a little bit of bounce back on our backdrop to fill in the shadows that are being cast by these florals right here. Then lastly, we have our hair light. So this hair light is acting as our sun coming up from above. So this light right now is also with a reflector. So it just has our regular kit reflector on our GT400, and that is giving some beautiful bright light that is first shining through these florals. So it makes it look like there's sunlight dappling through the trees outside or whatever. And then we have some light that's hitting the back of our head. So that's how we created our natural light. And then to make some negative fill, because we have so much light shining on our subject, we have our negative fill here, absorbing some of that light to give us some more dimension on the face and on the body. So that is how we created our natural sunlight set.
When I set my lights up, I make sure that I don't just turn everything on all at the same time. We layer the lights in one at a time so that we're able to see exactly what each light is doing.
In this first example, we see what our key light looks like. This is set to 1/16th power. I was happy with how this generally looked and realized that I just needed to fill in the shadows. Next, we have our side lights or our kickers. These were bare bulb and they bounced off of the white walls. They were probably about 4 feet away from the wall to make the light source larger so that it could spread a little more evenly when the light bounced back onto the backdrop. We're also able to see that light spill onto the flowers on either side. In our next example, we have our hair light. So we're able to see how this light comes through the flowers behind our subject. I wanted to make sure that we had light coming from this direction. I wanted the light to peek through the florals as well as give them a little bit more shape from that area, from that direction. And I also wanted some light to hit onto the top of our subject's head. Here, the power was set to 1/8 and we lowered it to 1/16th. Finally, here you're able to see all the lights in chorus. We have our key light, our 2 kickers, and our hair light all on, and we also have our V-flat to the left of our subject absorbing a little bit of that light. And lastly, here's the finished result for our clients, our heavenly setting for their beautiful bundle of joy on the way.